Hi everyone, today is September 5, 2022. It is 4 p.m. and 19 degrees Celsius. I'm walking north on Yonge Street, and we started this walk at Lawrence Station, located at Yonge Street and Lawrence Avenue. Usually look south on Yonge Street. Looks like there's quite a bit of traffic going towards the south, towards downtown Toronto. There's Toronto Fire Station 131 and Parker's Cleaners, which is a dry cleaning store that's been here for pretty much as long as I can remember. Looks like they're doing some construction work here. This area would be called Midtown. And here's some luxury renovated suites. This is called the Pall Mall, or Pall Mall. And there's a fountain at the end of this walkway here. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. There we go. It's a bit on the cloudy side today and a bit on the cool side today. And of course, across the street we've got a Hakeem Optical and a Rogers Communication store. There's a store that says Brewing Brokers. It says Real Coffee, Real Estate. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm curious to learn more about it. There's a Scotia Bank. And of course on this side of the street there's a Metro. And this Metro is not a 24 hours Metro. It has its own hours on its window. Today is Monday and it is Labor Day long weekend. So everything is, for the most part, closed today. There's a TD Canada Trust. This is a beautiful looking building here. Very nice design. Adds a lot of uniqueness. There's another one of those Miami Fade stores. I believe that's where they offer haircuts and different hairstyling services, perhaps. Here's Your Gelato. Just pretty busy today. Quite a bit of people in there sitting down having some gelato. Pizza Nova at the corner. Circle K. And you got Mary Ann's Fabrics. I believe this here at the corner used to be a Menchie's ice cream place. Looks like they've closed down. Wow, I'm quite surprised. I didn't think that they would close down. There's a look inside. They still got the green and purple, kind of hard to see because of the reflection, but they still got the green and purple colored walls. And here's Daniel's bread. It says freshly baked, no preservative. The original San Francesco, or I should say San Francesco. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. They got Italian sandwiches, poutine, salads, panzerotti, and desserts. This is a very nice restaurant. It's called Maze, and looks like they sell Latin food. That's pretty cool. It's relatively new. I had not noticed that store in this area before. Here's Good Fruit, Good Life Market. And this building has a huge advertisement billboard on top of it. And on the southwest side here is an RBC building. RBC is the Royal Bank of Canada. Here's fresh fruits and vegetables. Here's a flower store called Gilded and Green Floral Design. And this is Narnia, which is a women's clothing store. Halibut and Tea House. Painting here. This painting is called Wild Love by Jonathan Poulter, and it is going for $2,100. It's oil on canvas, 30 inches by 40 inches, and it says that the artist will donate the proceeds to Hockey Helps the Homeless, an organization committed to shutting out homelessness across Canada. And this place is called Impact. Maybe this is like a fundraising store of some sort. Hard to tell. It seems relatively new, as I have not seen that store here before. Here's Urban Green Cannabis Co. And a Baskin Robbins. Yummy. Baskin Robbins has some really good ice cream. A bit on the, I think, pricey side, but amazing. Definitely the quality is there. And here's your Starbucks. And there's another bank at the corner here. That's pretty cool. Dollarama. That's a huge Dollarama store on Yonge Street. And there's a Subway sandwiches and a Fair Catch sustainable seafood market. Here's Keller Williams Portfolio Realty Brokerage. They got some listings on the window there. There's a store called Sweetie Pie, and on this side is Patisserie Sebastien. There's a Souvlaki Guy's store. Looks like they're closed. There's a look south on Yonge Street. Traffic seems pretty steady. There's the entrance to the Sweetie Pie store. Yummy, looks like they got a wide variety of pies in there. And cookies. And ice cream. Amazing. I'm gonna have to come back here and try some of their stuff. There's an Aroma Espresso bar at the corner. We got another bank here, the Bank of Montreal. This is a pretty big branch. Here's the 10 spot. This looks pretty cool. The sign says Shushin. And there's a certain kind of stone on the outside front part of this place. Looks like a high-end restaurant. There's another pizza place, Pizzaiolo. It says the pizza maker is pizza. And here is Mastermind Toys. This is a toy store that has been here for pretty much as long as I can remember. It's got this really cool mural on the wall. And they got lots of different kinds of toys in there. Says Rubik's. They've got kitchens and umbrellas in there and swings and scooters and toys of all kinds. This is the Saint Germain Gallery. Across the street is the Burger Cellar, which seems to have been offered for sale and then sold, because there's a sold sign on the window now. There's a huge Shoppers Drug Mart store. There's the sign. It's pretty big. there's the Burger's Priest, and that's a burger place that's been here for many years now. Same with this McDonald's here. This McDonald's has been here for pretty much as long as I can remember. It says their dining room is now open. And here's a look at the McDonald's from the north side. This is a very nice looking McDonald's. And the parking is right there, and looks like you can get your food pretty fast. Across the street is a space available. It says for lease. I'm curious as to what can go there, or who will ultimately go there and take it up. And here's an architectural firm. It says Richard LeBrock Architect Inc. Here's a van that says Mama Earth. Not sure what that is. It looks like it could be a food delivery service. And here's a Scotia Bank, which also has a very unique architecture. I think they did an amazing job with the design of this building. Very unique. And this is the Young Boulevard Parquet right in front of it. And it's got a lot of benches and green space. Here's an artwork. It looks like a pendulum. That's pretty cool. I'm looking around to see if I can find a plaque or anything for more information about it. Here's what it looks like looking up. That's a very cool design. There's some writing on the rocks around it here. It says you are standing on Toronto's Northern Gateway. And here we go. It's hard to read this text here, but I want to see if I can capture it on my camera for you guys as legibly as possible. Kind of hard to read from the screen I'm looking at. It says these provincial land surveyors, listed by their date of commission, contributed to the development of the original town of York and surrounding lands from its inception in 1793 to the incorporation of the Association of Ontario Land Surveyors in 1892. And it's got some plaques here on the sides, and it's got degrees and compass directions and names on them. And that wraps around this work. I'm going to look for some information about this work of art. There's a beautiful orange and bright colored Popeyes restaurant. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can find some information about that artwork. And then here's a look at it from a bit of a distance. And I'll put it up for you guys as an information board if I do find anything. Here's a store called Harry Tarantula. And it looks like they've got a lot of toys and puzzles, and looks like they got cards, like Pokemon cards. They got espresso. And across the street is a very long-standing Loblaw store, which has a Starbucks and a pharmacy inside. This Loblaw has been here for a very, very long time, and it's a very beautiful design to it. It's got this wooden wall around it. It's got a very classical and historical look to it, which is what I really like. It kind of blends into the area very well. And here's some rental apartments. There's Don Woods Drive, and that road leads down into an area called Hogs Hollow. This is a set of stairs that goes to another area. I'll have to cover this one in another video. Same with Hogs Hollow. I'll have to get that in another video as well. But there's a lot of expensive houses down that path. It's a very beautiful neighborhood. Amazing place to live. And so this pathway that I'm walking on now, it's a very huge, I should say it's a very long downhill slope. And there's another road in here that takes you down through Hogs Hollow. Here's 3600 Yonge Street, and they got this beautiful landscaping work and gardening here. Apparently Midtown Toronto ends at Lawrence Avenue, and anything north of Lawrence is considered uptown. So my apologies. Apparently I think we're that would mean that we're in the uptown area of Toronto at the moment. It seems like they keep moving the area considered to be uptown more and more north. And so at one point it was all the way down at Bloor Street around the University of Toronto campus. So there's a bit of nuance around what should be called, or what do some people call uptown, what do some people refer to as midtown, and so on and so forth. Here's some townhouses. Either way, this is a very high-end area of the city of Toronto. And here's some more beautiful flowers. And this is the entrance to the condominium at 3600 and 3800 Yonge Street. So yeah, it's a very high-end upscale kind of area. And here's a better look. It says Governor's Hill. There's some beautiful yellow flowers and purple flowers here, which are very unique. Amazing, beautiful flowers to see. And there's some tennis courts there. And the next street at the upcoming intersection is called Mill Street. And there's a restaurant right at the intersection of Mill Street and Yonge Street called Miller Tavern. And so that's, I think, like, my impression of that was that it was always like an expensive, upscale, high society kind of restaurant that people with a lot of wealth would go to get some food and have lunches or dinners there. I have not had a chance to go there, but if I do get a chance to go there, I will let you guys know if my impression is correct. There's a fast Aston Martin coming up. Yeah, it seems like someone was in a hurry to get somewhere. Here's a closer look at the Miller Tavern across the street. It's kind of like this big house, and yeah, it's always looked like that. And here's a plaque here I just noticed. Let me zoom in here a bit. This is the Yorkmills Presbyterian Church, circa 1836. And I hope that was legible. But yeah, Miller Tavern has always kind of looked like this. It's always had the same look to it, and It looks like they do a lot to keep it well maintained. It looks very clean. The glasses look, on the windows, the glass looks very clean. The overall house and the bricks looks very clean. And there's a large parking lot beside it. Over here, even on this side of the street, the grass is very well maintained. Very high quality work. There's a lot of attention to detail here, and I really appreciate that. Here's another look at the parking lot. Looks like there's a lot of trucks there. They might be in the process of making a movie, which explains all this equipment that they have there. And so here is 3900 Yonge Street, and this is known as York Mills Place. And this street here is McGlashan Road. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. McGlashan Road. And there's 4000 Yonge Street. So there's no exit here with this road. It just goes into the parking of the buildings. But yeah, pretty nice. These are rental residences apparently. These ones here I think might be condos. There's some cool waterfalls over there behind this tree. Let me see if I can go get a closer look at the waterfalls. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, very cool. Man, I wish you guys were here to see this. Here's a look at the flowers. This is what looks around it. But wow, these are pretty cool waterfall structures here. And the water looks very, very clean. Or not, maybe not very, very clean. It looks clean. I think that the extra 2 varies were a little bit excessive. There's a little bit of murkiness to it, but still, it looks very nice. And the sound is very relaxing. Wow, what an experience. What an amazing fountain, waterfall work. Amazing. I really wish you guys could experience this in person. Very cool, very unique. It's super rare to see something like that in Toronto. And super impressive, given the amount of work and planning and details that went into it. And so the next intersection coming up is York Mills Road and Yonge Street. And the street on the east of Yonge Street is York Mills Road. The street on the west of Yonge Street is Wilson Road. And this little small street here is Old York Mills Road. And there's a nice condominium there. And here's another plaque here. And here's the plaque. It says the Hogs Hollow Tragedy. On March 17, 1960, 5 Italian immigrant workers, Pasquale Allegrezza, Giovanni Battista Cirillo, Giovanni Fusillo, Alessandro, and Guido Mantella, died in a tragic accident during construction of a tunnel at Hogs Hollow. The details of the accident, where the workers were trapped 35 feet underground in a cramped, dimly lit tunnel, sparked a public outcry over the lack of safety standards in construction. The Italian community was gripped with sorrow over the deaths and angry over the conditions that led to such needless loss of life. A groundswell of public opinion and union organizing for stronger safety enforcement resulted in a royal commission that ultimately led to better safety and labor laws. The Hogs Hollow tragedy was a catalyst that changed forever the safety laws in Ontario and saved many lives as a result. City of Toronto Culture Division 2000. Wow. That is a very intense story. Jeez. I'm glad that they were able to improve the laws, to improve the safety for everyone. And across the street here is a Shell gas station, and this has been here for pretty much as long as I can remember. And there's York Mills Station, subway station in the distance. I'm going to end this one here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And for more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.